Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans of every creed and country, what you're about to witness is not just a fight, it's a collision of two destinies, all set to explode inside the UFC octagon at UFC 317. I'm your host, your name, and today we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated matchups in recent memory, Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira for the vacant UFC lightweight championship. This is more than a title fight, it's a battle for legacy, for pride, and for the very soul of the lightweight division. Topuria, the undefeated phenom, has issued a brutal warning to the world he's coming for Oliveira's chin, and he's promising fireworks from the opening bell. But Oliveira, the king of finishes, isn't about to let anyone walk into his kingdom and take what's his. So sit back, lock in, and prepare for a breakdown. So explosive, you'll feel every punch, every takedown, and every heart-stopping moment as if you were cage-side. Let's set the stage. The lightweight division has been in chaos since the belt was vacated, and the UFC needed a main event that would set the world on fire. Enter Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira, two of the most dangerous, dynamic, and exciting fighters on the planet. Topuria, the young lion, has been tearing through the featherweight division, leaving a trail of shattered jaws and broken dreams in his wake. After conquering legends like Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway, he's decided to move up and challenge the best lightweight has to offer. And who better to test himself against than Oliveira, the man with more finishes than anyone in UFC history. Oliveira, meanwhile, has seen it all. He's been knocked down, written off, and counted out, only to rise again and again, stronger than ever. He's fought the toughest, meanest, and most skilled fighters in the world, and he's finished most of them. Now he's facing a new kind of challenge, a younger, faster, and arguably more confident opponent who isn't afraid to call his shot. The tension is palpable, the stakes, nothing less than the lightweight championship and a place in MMA history. Let's talk about Ilia Topuria. At just 28 years old, he's already achieved more than most fighters dream of in a lifetime. 16 fights, 16 wins, 8 of those in the UFC with 6 knockouts and 8 submissions. That's right, folks. Topuria doesn't just knock you out, he can submit you too. But it's not just his record that's impressive, it's the way he's done it. Topuria fights with a confidence and swagger that's rare even in this sport. He's not just here to win, he's here to dominate, to finish, and to send a message to the entire division. His recent victories over Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway were nothing short of spectacular. He didn't just beat them, he finished them, and he did it in style. Volkanovski, a former champion and one of the greatest featherweights of all time, was left staring at the lights after a perfectly timed right hand. Holloway, known for his iron chin and relentless pace, was put away with a combination of power and precision that left the MMA world in awe. Topuria's confidence is at an all-time high. He's been vocal about his intentions for Oliveira, telling him to bring the pillow because he's going to put him to sleep. It's not just talk. Topuria has a habit of making good on his promises. Now let's turn our attention to Charles Oliveira. If there's one word that defines Oliveira, it's finisher, with 35 wins and the most finishes in UFC history. Oliveira is a living legend. He's been in the octagon with the best of the best, and he's found a way to finish almost all of them. Oliveira's journey to the top wasn't easy. He's been knocked down both literally and figuratively more times than he can count. But every time he's been counted out, he's come back stronger. His fights against Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, and Justin Gaethje are the stuff of legend battles that tested his heart, his skill, and his will to win. What makes Oliveira so dangerous is his versatility. He can knock you out with his hands, submit you with his jiu-jitsu, or choke you out from seemingly impossible positions. He's a master of transitions, always looking for the finish, always pushing the pace. And let's not forget his heart. Oliveira has been hurt, dropped and rocked, but he's never been finished. He always finds a way to come back, to turn the tide, and to secure the victory. That's why he's the king of finishes, and that's why he's so dangerous in this matchup. So what's on the line? Everything. The lightweight championship is up for grabs, and the winner will be crowned the new king of the division. For Topuria, it's a chance to become a 2-division champion and cement his status as one of the sport's brightest stars. For Oliveira, it's a shot at redemption and a chance to prove that he's still the most dangerous fighter at 155 pounds. But it's not just about the belt, it's about legacy. It's about proving who's the best, who's the toughest, and who's ready to take the division into a new era. The pressure is immense and the expectations are sky high. Both men know that a win here could define their careers, while a loss could set them back for years. Let's talk about the mind games. Topuria hasn't just been preparing in the gym, he's been preparing in Oliveira's head. He's been posting training clips, calling out Oliveira on social media, and even telling him to bring the pillow because he's going to put him to sleep in the first round. It's not just trash talk. Topuria has a history of making good on his promises. He said he'd knock out Volkanovski, and he did. He said he'd finish Holloway, and he did. Now he's saying he'll put Oliveira to sleep. Is it confidence? Is it arrogance? Or is it just the truth? Oliveira, for his part, isn't fazed. He's been here before. He's faced the best, and he's finished the best. He respects Topuria's skills, but he believes that Topuria needs to respect the lightweight division, and more importantly, respect Charles Oliveira. The tension between these two is real, and it's only adding to the drama of this already epic matchup. Now let's break down the fight itself. What are the strengths and weaknesses of each fighter? And what are the keys to victory? Ilia Topuria, the power and the pace. Knockout power. Topuria's hands are like sledgehammers. He's got one-punch knockout power, and he's not afraid to let it fly. Youth and speed. At 28, Topuria is in his prime. He moves with explosive speed and can change the fight in an instant. Momentum. He's riding a wave of confidence after his recent wins. Every fight he looks better and more dangerous. Potential weakness. He's stepping up in weight. Oliveira is bigger, stronger, and more experienced at lightweight. Will Topuria's power carry over, or will he be at a disadvantage? Charles Oliveira. The finisher's arsenal experience. Oliveira has been in the biggest fights against the toughest opponents. He knows how to win when the pressure is on. Versatility. He can finish you anywhere, standing on the ground or in transition. He's a master of submissions and has knockout power in his hands. Heart. Oliveira has been hurt before, but he's never been finished. He always finds a way to come back and win. Potential weakness. He's been knocked down in previous fights. If Topuria lands clean, Oliveira's chin could be in trouble. Keys to victory. Topuria early land. Often use his speed and power to overwhelm Oliveira before he can get comfortable. Avoid the clinch in the ground where Oliveira is most dangerous. Oliveira. Weather the early storm, take Topuria into deep water, and look for opportunities to take the fight to the ground. Use his experience and versatility to find the finish. Let's hear from the experts and the fans. Michael Bisping, former middleweight champion and current UFC analyst, had this to say. Oliveira's style is exciting, but it's risky against Topuria. He's been hurt before, and Topuria is the kind of guy who can capitalize. If Topuria lands clean, Oliveira could be in trouble. The fans are split. Some believe Topuria's power is too much for Oliveira. Others think Oliveira's experience and finishing ability will carry the day. The betting odds reflect the uncertainty. Topuria is the favorite, but Oliveira is always dangerous. Let's play out a possible scenario for this fight. Imagine the lights dim, the crowd roars, and the referee signals for the action to begin.